Yeah. No. Okay, everybody. Good morning. If we can have everybody um, listen up for just a few more minutes, so we can get through this voters meeting real quick, and then everybody can go on and have a wonderful afternoon. So we have two very short agenda items today to talk about. We're revisiting the sign one more time. Hopefully, this is the last time that we revisit the sign, as well as we wanted to. You can't hear me? Okay. Okay. I will do better. Uh, so as I was saying, we've got two agenda items to discuss: the sign topic one more time, and then this tree right here in the front. And so um, we have passed around. Oh, and uh, sure, sure, yep. Okay. Um, so if everybody, just so Richard said, we'll talk about another tree as well, and then if anybody has a chainsaw, if they can bring up and leave for him to use, he'd appreciate that. Um, so the sign topic, if everybody will remember, in our last voters meeting where we discussed the sign, we voted on a sign out here just adjacent to the parking lot that was going to be parallel to the roadway. Um, facing the roadway so that it could be read from the road. We voted on it and it was passed. The cost to that sign was in the neighborhood of about 18,000 to have that built and installed. When we went to have the sign company come out and take measurements and get the permits approved by the city, it was denied, and so that brought us into a new situation. And so it was denied because of the where the new right-of-ways are laid out. And so it actually has brought on two different options. So we went and reached back out to the sign company and said, okay, what are our options? And so the council discussed it with them, and the existing sign that is there, it was probably going to be our best option if we wanted to move forward with the sign. And so that was to lower that sign. It would still be lighted. It would have electrical in there, and it would be all new, refurbished, and lowered. So the council thought that was a good idea. So we went ahead and got an estimate, which is what we passed out today, to show what it would be. Oh, y'all don't have one? Okay. If you don't have one, let me know. We've got one. Heather's going to pass it around. We wanted everybody to be able to look at these numbers and see what that looks like. So we went ahead and made the down deposit on the other sign project, which was about $6,000 and some change, almost $7,000, and then we were notified that the permit process wasn't going to go through. And so if for us to update this current sign, which would be lowering it, repainting it, and a whole new sign on top with the electricity, we would have to pay an additional $2,800 roughly, or $2,900. It's on there, and so our overall cost would only be about $9,000. So that's half of what we were looking at with the other sign. So considerable less in the cost department. Anyways, in the meantime, once we got that estimate back, then we got another call from the sign company, and they said, well, we can go ahead and do the permit process now over here on the road. So we've got essentially two things to look at. One of which is either do we move forward with the cheaper option, which is the other sign, or do we go ahead and go through with what was originally voted on? We did vote on it, so we could do the other sign, and that's not a problem. But we wanted to be transparent and let everybody know what was going on with the sign process. So we're going to put it up for vote to to do the existing, or, oh, I got a hand in the back. Yes. Yes, I will. Yep. Um, so we'll put it to vote here in a minute to either do the existing sign location, which would be up, remodifying it, which is the estimate that we've passed out today, or to go through with the other vote of having the newer, bigger sign adjacent to the parking lot on the other side. Oh, well, yes. Yep. Yes. That's correct. That's correct. Yes, that's correct. Yep. And it would be this one again. If everybody remember, this one is going to be the parallel one to the road would be on the concrete due to the right-of-way lines. Um, so I don't know exactly how far into the concrete, just maybe a little bit, but due to the new right-of-way lines, the city said it'd be on the pavement portion, not in the grass where the drainage is. So those are the two things that we'll vote on. I did want to, and Elaine brought it up. I did want to point out, we've got on the side of this building here, we have a sign that was already existing that is parallel to the roadway. It's on the building. It just had never been lit up, and Richard had brought up in one of the elder meetings to have it lit up, and so it's visible, and so that's what we've done. Linda's. Jimmy Schmidt has come in and done the work for us at free of cost to the church and included the lighting. It's in progress. It hasn't been So the lighting for the sign that's already there, the flat sign against the building, is in progress, and again that was donated by Jimmy and his team, and so yeah, it was a fantastic deal for us, and it was a great idea by Richard to bring that up. So so we are going to do that. So we bring that up to let you know that there will be a forward-facing sign that way as well that will be lit up at night, and you can see it during the daytime. So with any other questions, Richard? It's going to be lowered. The pole will be painted, and the sign itself will be different. It will look like our current church Redeeming Grace logo that we have. And I thought we had a picture of it, but I guess it didn't get added to the slides. Okay, but it's essentially the Redeeming Grace logo. There's not going to be a way to change the wording on it or put letters up there. It's going to be just as is. Yes, that's correct. Yeah, it'll be illuminated on the inside. It is on both sides, correct, Lisa? Yeah, it's um, yeah, it wouldn't be if it was wood. It wouldn't be lit up. Yeah, the wiring is all existing. No, it wouldn't be, but it wouldn't be internally illuminated if that was the case. It, right. If it was wood, we would have, I guess, external. We'd have to put external lights on the outside to light it up. Um, yes, yeah, we've got a motion to vote. So if we don't have any other questions, anybody want to second the motion to vote? All right, we got a second. So um, I guess the motion to vote on the newest proposal today, correct? Okay, so it's been motioned. A second is to vote on, okay, the existing sign being updated and revamped. So can I get a show of hands for to do it? Okay, if we can, Heather, if you can count, hold your hands up. And just for grins, the noes that oppose. Okay, I got a question. Well, technically it's 9,000. We've already paid the 6,000, and so we're to the sign company. Not this, no. So, right, the other sign had been approved. Yes, that's correct. For the new sign that we had approved. We had approved it at the last voters meeting, and as I said, we were told, but when we went through the permit process, we were initially denied the permit, and because of the location, and they said we couldn't do it there, and so that's when we had already given them the down payment as required in order to move forward with the process. Yes, we can. So, onto the tree. So there's a tree right here in front of our cross on this side of the building, and it's a big, beautiful tree. But it's up there. You can see right in front of the cross. Big, beautiful tree, especially in the summertime. But unfortunately, it hides the front of the church there, and you can't see the cross. And so we've had some requests from the congregation to discuss removal of that tree. And so before we do any of that, we'd like to have a motion and a vote to do that. Any questions? Okay, I was not aware of that, so good point to bring up. I don't know. Yes, this is Mancheck, but we can, if it's approved, we'll look into it. Okay. If approved to remove the tree, that would be the first step we would take, is to look to see if we need a permit, or if the company we hire to take it down would. Yeah, surely. So I saw another hand up for a question though in the back. Oh. Yep. Okay. Any other questions before we? Okay. So if we can have a motion to remove the tree. Contingent on the permit. That's correct. Yes, contingent on the permit issue. I got a couple motions in a second. All right. All in favor, raise your hand. Hold them up for just a second. Okay. All against, raise your hand. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 against. So the ayes have it. All right. And that's all the new business we have. Does anybody have any other new business they'd like to bring forward? No? Okay. Well, with that said, we'll adjourn for today. Thank you.